everyone, what's up? It's Sigrist, and I'm going to be talking about whether or not you should move to Korea, answering a question that I got in the comment section. Let's just jump into it. So recently I got a question from Becky that says, would you ever consider doing a video about moving to South Korea in your 30s or 40s and restarting? Yes, I would consider that video, and why not just do it now? I mean, I'm here, I'm in the basement, I got the color green on in the background, because it's, optimism, hope, right? I think that's the meaning of it, symbolism, something like that. And, yellow-orange is supposed to elicit, like, excitement, so, woo! Also, I kind of look like a weird Irish flag right now, so, I don't know. Anyway, would I move to Korea if I were in my 30s or 40s? Is it worth it? What are the advantages and disadvantages? It's so much to consider, but let's have a little fun talking about it. So, I moved in my early 20s to Korea, and hey there. You can come in, I'll keep talking. This is a freestyle video. But I moved to Korea in my early 20s, and I came right after school. And so it's an easy time to come to Korea because, I mean, let's be honest, I had nothing, didn't have a job lined up after that. I had my degree, came over to teach English, and it makes it really simple. There's no family as far as like, wife and kids. There's no job that I'm leaving. It was really an easy decision for me. I wanted to explore, travel, and that's exactly what I got to do. I think anyone in their 20s should do something like that. It doesn't have to be a different country, but they should be out of their comfort zone. Maybe it's a different city, maybe it's a different job that's not in their field. Maybe it's taking a year off to travel. Whatever you can do for a year, maybe it's to have a part-time job while you pursue a dream of being an actor or something. As long as you're paying your bills, I think it's worth it. And that's what I was doing. I was paying my bills by being an English teacher and then also learning Korean. And then I ended up staying. And that ended up being, well, worth it. It's been 11 years now. Let's move on to the main part of the question, though, is in your 30s or 40s, would you move and restart? If you have a great life, you're happy, you've got family, you got a nice job, you enjoy the job you have, and it's not easy to do that job in Korea, for the most part, I would say keep doing it. Travel to Korea. It's a great country. Don't come here and live. If there's a part of you that says, I missed out on something and I'm going to regret it if I don't move to Korea for a year or two, then I would say come to Korea. Take the risk, take the job, the slight pay cut that'll come from coming here. I would definitely do it. If you ask the question like this, restarting, would you come here and restart? Yes. Yeah, the way the question was asked. Let me pull it up again. Would you ever consider doing a video about moving to South Korea in your 30s or 40s and restarting? Yeah, because I think if you're wanting to restart in life, if you're wanting to kind of shake things up because something didn't go the way you planned, it's not going poorly maybe, but the job you thought you would love isn't what you love, or you had a bad breakup, or you lost your job for whatever it may be, whatever reason that may be. If you have the chance to restart and you have that ability to leave your job, leave your house, or rent it out, whatever you would do if you left America or wherever you're from, if you had that ability and this question is on your mind, the way that I usually approach it is to just jump and do it. Take the risk. 1 year. Plan for a year. You don't have to plan for the rest of your life, but you're basically testing the waters when you come here to be a teacher of your native language or to work at a factory or wherever you work, whatever it may be. Maybe even just to leave and come in your 30s as a student. I was in my 30s when I finished Yonsei's program for language. There were 35 and 40-year-olds, not as many, but they were 35 and 40-year-olds in that program as well. I would do that for 6 months to a year and try and figure that out. The fact that you are asking the question is the reason I say that. Now, when you get here, of course, there are going to be hardships, there are going to be difficulties. Learning a language is not easy. Learning a language while trying to make money, like with a job, is really difficult. You can't do full-time student and full-time worker. You are going to go through bouts of loneliness, depression, especially when you first get here and you don't know anyone, and you find it difficult to order chicken at a restaurant, and they don't understand you, you don't understand them. You're going to get mad at visa issues, because visa issues are always tough. Even if you are Korean by blood and you can get the F4 visa, which is like a kind of a permanent status visa, it's still a pain to get all the documents sent to you. So you're going to go through a lot of those problems as well. But once you get to the other side, you've conquered the immigration system, whatever it may be. You've gotten the job in another country, or you live a full year in another country on your own and you survive it. When you get to the other side, there's a feeling of accomplishment that comes with it. So, yes, I do think it is worth coming to Korea if you really want to restart in your 30s and 40s, and you have the ability to restart. Now, notice this whole video, I never really talked about the benefits of coming to Korea versus another country, because it's not just about Korea, but there are, of course, benefits to doing it as well. Korea is relatively good to foreigners. You know, a lot of people here speak English. If you are an English speaker, of course, that helps. A lot of people who come here are able to find jobs. Not the best jobs, especially with like a regular, you know, teaching visa or whatever else visa you might get. It's not always the easiest to get jobs, but you can get a job that pays well and gives you a good standard of living. You get to enjoy the culture and the food. You get to enjoy the people who are really nice, generally speaking. The subway system is better than probably anywhere in the world. Okay, top 3, because I don't know every place in the world, but it's top 3. You can travel very easily throughout the country. They have like all 4 seasons. I know they say that a lot, but like, I mean, like you can snowboard in the winter, you can look at flowers in the spring, you can go to the beach in the summer, you can climb mountains and see the foliage in the fall. Like, you get everything here. If I haven't gotten you to pack your bags and move to Korea yet, that's okay. But I hope it at least kind of gets your thought process going, and you might consider it. There's more to the question. That was like another reply that came from it. America is just way too crazy right now, and I've always dreamt of coming to South Korea to see where my parents grew up. But I just turned 30 and I'm like, that's a terrifying thought to leave it all behind, but also, why not, LOL. I think that's the most appropriate part of the whole question. Why not, LOL? 30's young. You're younger than me. Xander, what age do you have to get your life figured out by?
48.
48.
45. Samuel Jackson or whatever.
Is that what he said, Samuel Jackson?
Pulp Fiction, he was like 40.
Was he really? He was old. There you have it. Be like Samuel Jackson. Figure it out. 30s or 40s, you're fine. Take that risk. I don't know anyone in Korea who came here knowing what they wanted to do with their life, except for a few people that thought they could be K-pop stars. They could, but, you know. Anyway, that's all I got for you. If you have more questions, leave them down below. Be happy to answer them. And maybe I got 1 or 2 of you to start thinking about coming to Korea. How about that? I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Haseyo.